Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with part 10, and look, like, not saying hopefully isn't a bad thing, but hopefully the finale. I don't know how far I'm gonna get, but if I do, basically if it turns into the case of, I typically cut like the hour, I typically classify the hour and a half mark as stream for a good bit, it's a nice bit of content to watch, and it's not too long to go back and rewatch at points. At some points I probably will do, 3-4 hour long streams, which are only meant to be for like viewed streams. But at the minute with content like this, I'd want it to be a good bit, good length of a stream, but like also you can go back and rewatch it at points. So we're 47% done. Need to get up to about 60. It's time to go and get the last 13%.
Here he is in Dr. Connor's lab. Gotta get there quick.
Also, if anyone's questioning about the fact of like, you saw part like 8, it's like where like we didn't have the suit. But then you've not seen like part 9 or something.
Norman,
go check out part 9. It was really cool and really interesting.
Please, just give me back my son.
We are your son. Look at us.
Basically, guys, if you didn't see part 8, which I believe was part 8, when Pete got rid of the suit because of the fact of what it was doing to him, Harry then puts the suit on because of the fact of typically how it goes. The symbiote responds to like anger, rage towards Pete, typically, because it feels betrayed. Because typically Pete's like, this thing's turning me into a monster, I'm not myself. He gets rid of it. And then it bonds to typically Eddie Brock. He ends up being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But in this case, because Harry was so pissed at the stunts that Pete had pulled the last few days.
please don't.
Because what Pete was doing to him, they responded to that. Also, guys, at the time of when,
What's he gonna do with that thing?
during yesterday's stream, I didn't confirm that I'd be streaming tonight because I presumed I wouldn't be. Turns out, I presumed right that I wouldn't be, but then got a last minute message this morning saying plans changed. So, I decided to go plan B.
You can't.
Guys, plan A was essentially stream this tomorrow, but then plan B was, if plans do fail, to stream this tonight and then just have a long weekend, which is what I'm gonna do.
Please. Save my boy.
Now, for what comes after this, I have no idea. But see, I know with Injustice 2 there's a way you can replay through a story, because I've played through that a few times. What I might do is replay through the Injustice stories, starting off with Injustice 1, so that will be something I do need to double check.
Oh my god.
Spider-Man, I know you're seeing what I'm seeing right now. We've got a lot of New Yorkers being attacked by these things.
I don't even know how this is fully like happening, because typically, like, when there is a symbiote attack, there's more than one symbiote involved. Also, I am quickly going to say, catch anybody up who didn't see Part 9. I recommend you go and see Part 9. If you want to go and watch Part 9, it makes sense to watch before this, but either way, the anti-venom suit, Pete ended up getting... We ended up getting the anti-venom suit in last stream, in Part 9, because turns out there was a bit of symbiote left in Pete, and between Mr. Negative and Miles, mostly Mr. Negative's powers, which I believe are gone forever now. He was essentially able to change the suit into... I did mention this during stream. Yeah, I forgot that was it. Into the anti-venom suit. I don't not like it. I think the symbiote suits in this game are perfectly fine. That 100% looks a bit more creepy, which is the point. I think they look fine, but the nostalgia for like the 90s Spider-Man show, like if there was one closer to...
Just to be safe, I recommend going home as soon as you can.
If there's one closer to like Spectacular, how it looked in Spectacular, I'd be using that more than likely.
Those civilians are in trouble. I'm coming.
But there isn't, but the essential, the nostalgia for like the 90s Spider-Man show, plus the small looking more like nicer. Like, don't get me wrong, the symbiote's design for this game was good. I just think the more cleaner look for like this is kind of a bit cooler. Oh, I know what part of the game on now.
How about picking on me?
You're taking me down today, symbiote. I do not like being on this low health.
This area's not safe. If you don't have a place to go, Feast is open to anyone.
You saved me.
Like something that I get why they don't go into too much detail in this.
We have to talk.
They didn't really do anything with it in Spider-Man Miles Morales. But after Spider-Man 1, Feast is just sort of forgotten about.
This is something else.
Like, there's a few mentions in Spider-Man Miles Morales, and there's the odd mention in this.
I'll find you.
But, like, you don't go to Feast anymore, like, I'm not counting when you meet Miss Negative, I believe it's on top of the Feast roof. Like, I get it. Aunt May's no longer, you know, alive, she's no longer working there. It makes sense. Like, it's the only reason, like, Pete went there in Spider-Man 1. Like, he was going there to visit his aunt. But at the same point, Miles then did start working there, so I think it would have been cool if Miles gone in a few times, but same point, I wouldn't change either story.
That suit's not an alien, is it?
Nah. This is where Miles gets that suit.
Morales original, you know? One of one.
It looks good.
What happened, man?
Harry got the meteorite. I couldn't stop him. Connor said
Couldn't
we
or
can't
wouldn't?
save him, so we have... I can't lose him, Miles. I can't do this again.
I saw May when I was in your head. It's not your fault, Pete. She wanted to save you. To save all of us.
She never thought about herself. Even when she was struggling to breathe.
If May, my dad, if they were here, they would want us to stop thinking about them.
They would tell you to get over your pity party?
They'd want us to
No,
help
not putting
people.
it, they being blunt, but
To
they
fight.
would.
Harry's still in there.
Like Miles' father would tell him,
And we're gonna fight
"You're
like hell to get him
Spider-Man.
back.
The city needs you. Go and help it." And May would tell Pete, "You've never given up. Why start now?" Which he hasn't. Neither one of them
Call
have.
the play coach.
Let's split up. Cover more ground. You find the meteorite, I'll clear that nest out.
You got it, Spider-Man.
Also, it's kind of intriguing, it makes sense for Mars. It's like mask to be able to come off because it's just a mask. But Pete's is technically an alien suit. Miles should be okay.
Ready to get started. Clear it out and move on to the next.
Leave missions.
Countdown begins.
Guys, I've made it, obvious in the last,
Looks like that scared you, huh?
in part 9. I'm not the
I must be
biggest
onto
fan
something
of
important for you to try to
these,
defend yourself like this.
things because they're not hard. But again, they're not hard. They're more... I don't want to say more annoying. It's just a case of you're on a time limit, so it's but then you're trying to multitask.
What? Hello?
That's what... I think that's potentially the first time I've ever gone... Actually, no, it's not. But yeah, guys, I also did explain in part 9 basically what if any, granted, completely wrong universe, that's Marvel, what I'm about to say DC related. If any of you did see the Flash TV show, the beginning of season 6 before the Crisis storyline kicked in, was basically about this dude called Ramsey who was trying to save the world and trying to stop himself from dying.
Come here, Miles.
Where's that voice coming from?
And with that, he found a way to do it, which basically turned everyone into zombies. The reason I bring it up is because in this case, Harry's turned everyone into symbiotes who aren't in control of their own actions.
How's it going, Spider-Man?
I think I'm almost done clearing this nest. But Pete, I'm hearing these voices.
I hear them too.
Keep looking for that meteorite. Don't let him get in your head. That's not Harry talking.
Right. You're right. Call me when you finish up.
Stay focused, Pete.
Although I don't want to say too much because of the fact of damn it. See, that's why I find these annoying. You'll get so close and yet some random bullshit will get chucked at you. But yeah, so guys, in both cases, both like two people are trying to save the world, just going about it in the worst way possible.
Where's that voice coming from?
Like what Harry's doing in this game, some of it does come from the fact of he wants to save the world. The symbiote is giving him the power to do it. But someone's never given him the Uncle Ben speech of with great power comes great responsibility. I've got to say, these sand devices are great for this. Although I will say for the most part of it, it's just the fact of like skill. Yeah, so like after I've like played through like this, which I don't imagine like there'd be much. Like I'm presuming it probably will just be a case of like I'm presuming it will just be a lot. Like I say this every time, but it's like this will be a bit longer than normal because I want to get everything wrapped up. See, that's what I mean by random bullshit. There's like 10 seconds left and the game's just like, yeah, no, you realistically can't just stand up. And it's like, realistically, shut the bullshit.
That did it! Heart.
Miles, we need you.
Still here.
Ultimate level up. Ooh, that does look cool. I'll say, yeah, that 100% looks cooler than... Like, I don't think the red looks too bad, but, like, the white and that does definitely look cool. Ultimate level 6, ultimate level 9. Ultimate level 8. I have skill points, don't I? So, yeah. I've got skill points, but it's like dead pointless at this point. Basically, if at the bottom it says that you own all of them. Then you own all of them. Or more specifically, if it says like you've got like the bottom, if it says you own like the bottom, like the ones at the very bottom of it,
Finally, you are where you
then
belong.
you 100% own them all because like the path to get to them.
Is this what happens when people turn into symbiotes?
You are safe here.
Although we know what Harry would look like, we know what Pete looks like,
My head.
we know what
Find a way out.
MJ looks like. I wonder what Miles would look like, what Genki would look like, and what then his girlfriend Haley would look like sympathized. Like theoretically, the simple answer to that would be
Neither do
they were
you.
symbiotified and like they look like every other like symbiote. It's like no, Miles wouldn't, and he doesn't. 2, MJ wasn't, but I'm pretty sure that was just a special
Not the
case.
way, Harry.
But I still would want to know what like.
We're gonna save
More
you
importantly,
from
I'd want to
this.
know what Miles would look like. Would it basically just be a symbiote color
Really?
of his like suit?
What are you showing me?
Please join us.
back, Miles.
Haley's in trouble. Pete, I saw the meteorite. It's under the Harlem subway station, next to the bridge.
Heading there now!
Wait for me though, man. Harry, he's after you. I have to go help Haley, but just wait, all right?
Whoa, back up! What happened?
I got sucked into the hive mind. Saw this vision of the meteorite underground. But I've got a bad feeling.
You think Harry's there?
I'm serious, Pete. Just give me 10 minutes. You cannot do this alone.
Right. Call me when you're done. Sorry, Miles, but I can't waste any time.
And the reason Pete can't waste any time is because he's getting to a point where he might have to make a choice he'd rather not
There's
make.
the subway entrance. Miles has to be right. That's where the meteorite is. Just have to clear out this bridge. Everyone stay in your cars. I won't let them hurt you. Harry!
Because the reason I say he's getting to a point where he might have to make a choice, Harry's getting to a point where he's becoming kind of unstoppable. Like, Pete was so deadly with the symbiote suit, the only way there was anyone, like, the only way Miles was able to stop him was to go toe-to-toe with the weakness. Was use the weakness to stop him. The thing with weakness is, you learn to adapt, and you learn to turn weaknesses into strengths. It'll get to a point where the symbiote, like, Sam probably would still affect it, but it would take something a lot higher than what Pete and, you know, Miles can carry. Or more importantly, get to a point where it's going to be a lot something that's more practical. Because if they've got to carry something, say, the size of the bell, it's not going to be very practical compared to the portable sound devices they were able to use.
Come on! They're coming out of the subway tunnel! The meteorite has to be underground. Venom! Please talk to me! I have to get underground, but I can't leave these people behind.
Now, typically the hate for the symbiote comes to a Pete, because it typically is a case of the suit, like, despises Pete, because Pete said goodbye to us, we, damn it. But in this, I don't naturally know. Because under most cases, Pete willingly gets rid of the symbiote. He realizes on his own that it wasn't good for him and that it would turn him into something else.
Out of the subway tunnel.
But in this, Miles sort of forced it.
Venom! Please talk to me! I have to get underground. I can't leave these people behind.
But yeah, like, Miles forced it in this. Like, Pete had no choice in the matter. Miles put so much of a sound against Pete that nothing was going to save the suit. Which ultimately did take Pete, and it's ultimately his choice. But at the same point...
Not now! I don't have time for this. Maybe... No. Come on, Spider-Man. Almost done. Harry! Can you hear me? Find you, buddy. I'm coming! Just stay down! There, the subway tunnel.
But yeah, so typically the suits, like, you got rid of us, and all, like, that
Hey,
lot, so typically hate
everything
Pete
all good
because
with
of it.
Haley?
And because typically Eddie Brock
Not
also
yet.
hates Pete at the time.
But you still owe me a few more minutes. Hang tight.
Which means they usually make a perfect fit and a perfect couple.
Haley! No!
To sum up in no other way.
What are you doing here?
Yes, he should.
I was trying to save you. You're incredible. I like you so much, and
Did Miles make the same mistake as Pete made with MJ? Kind of.
on a
The mistake
date?
Pete made with MJ is one of those cases where he's got the powers. He's going to typically worry about, you know, his girlfriend.
Is that
And it's going to be a
yes?
lot worse with the fact that if you put into consideration he is Spider-Man. Powers, being a hero, he's naturally going to worry about his own partner. MJ kind of got fed up of being babied because in her
Well,
eyes,
it's a date then.
Pete wasn't giving her essentially a chance to
After
live her life,
all
to
this
do
is
her
over.
job. They split, but they got back together under a statement of Pete pulls that shit again, MJ will probably do worse to him than break up with him.
Pete! I'm on the way! Pete?
In all fairness, I don't know why, I expect like Venom to sort of just grab Miles.
Hey, it's Harry. Leave a message.
Hey, buddy. I talked to Dr. Connors. He says you're too far gone, but I know that's not true. Harry, I messed up. I was terrible to you. Your dream, our dream, healing the world. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so at this point in like time, Harry's doing what he thinks is best to heal the world. To stop all the, well, quite frankly, everything that's going wrong.
You're here.
I'm here.
Are you finally ready?
Harry, I can't. I want to help you, Harry!
Alright guys, literally just checking something from my phone then. So I frankly didn't want to get symbiote out well, just quickly checking something.
Spider-Man, who are you? Did you go down there?
You were right. It has to be here. He has to. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
I know, man. I'll try to find a way inside.
It's gonna be okay. Everyone's gonna be okay.
Damn it. Technically speaking, the the full power of like the symbiote would.
I want to help you, Harry. Oh no.
Spider-Man, who are you? Did you go down there?
You were right. It has to be here. He has to. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Like I get it with it when it was just plain old simple like Venom, like the symbiote itself. But with it being the anti-Venom suit, I don't completely get the full rage.
It's gonna be okay.
Because it's basically Pete going out of control.
I have to get to that meteorite. I'm so close.
Like right now, I'm literally pressing one button and I'm obliterating everything inside. So like, this power is about to end, so I should really make the most of it. Although, I've almost got the full power back. Just because I'm gonna need it against Venom.
Harry! Harry, talk to me!
Please help us, Peter. We need you.
I'm trying, buddy.
No,
I just need
whether
that
that's
meter
Harry
right,
being
okay?
like, we need you, Pete, or whether that's just the suit being like, we need you back. Because again, a great reference to this, in Spectacular Spider-Man, the way Pete first beat
Miles,
Eddie Brock with
seeing a
Venom
rock.
was basically by going,
Nope.
I'm weak without
Come on,
you,
nearly
please
three.
come back.
Thanks for coming, Pete. We want to show you something.
Harry, what are you?
And that's how he beat it in Spectacular Spider-Man for the first time, was by getting the suit to relieve Brock, attempt to go back to Pete, and then Pete just grabbing it.
We can give them
But then when it was on Pete, because they did go back onto it, it's like, wait, these aren't the same emotions. Realised basically Pete put up a wall.
need you with us, Pete.
And basically, Venom's just saying, we could have an army, we could rule,
Heal the world.
but just wrapping it up in a case of a shiny bow.
Yo, bro!
Not cool.
We can't stay here.
Venom could have jumped after them. Quite surprised he didn't.
You good, man? Oh, we need to call MJ. I know where the meteorite is.
MJ, we all need to meet up at May's house.
What's going on out there, guy?
It's the meteorite that the symbiote arrived in. He's using it to transform the city. I know where it is.
And we're gonna steal it. Time to game plan.
I'm in. See you guys at home.
Again, like, MJ getting involved in this is cool. I still think it would have been a good time for the Sentry to fix here. Yeah, I get it would kind of take the case of wait, but Pete's got anti-venom, so how would MJ control the suit? I personally like to put the little twist of Pete with the anti-venom suit doesn't necessarily just destroy the symbiote, it can also cure them, turn them into, you know, more nicer things. So I'd imagine him essentially turning MJ from Scream 2.0 to Spider-Woman. So I think they're going to keep the whole symbiote stuff with, if they do Spider-Man 3. And yes, I did say if, because there has been a few cases, there has been a few talks of people going, that's if it gets made.
Spawning creatures from what feels like hell itself. They're capturing us, converting us.
Although I'm at least happy that Spider-Man 2 did get made, because Spider-Man PS4 was a great game, so Miles was good. But like ending on that for like the Spider-Man games would have been weird, personally.
We know we can't count on the Spider-Men to save us. If this last week's events have proven anything beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's that the heroes make things worse, not better. In the meantime, stay safe.
I get why regrouping up at NJ's, it's kind of a safer location, and like for the most part, this part, like this part of the map, is kind of safe. But then again, Harry knows where May's house is, and has already destroyed some of it. And yes, technically speaking, Harry didn't do it, but he unleashed Scream, who then chucked Pete through it. Also, anyone who didn't see Part 9 didn't get the fun fact of seeing my favorite fight in this game, which is the battle against Scream, because it's a fun fight. This is our chance to collect a resource and upgrade, so yeah, so this is the last part of the game.
Central Park Reservoir.
The water system.
Pumping goo everywhere.
Adding more and more people to the hive mind.
If all those symbiotes get out of Manhattan...
Goodbye, Earth. Hello, planet Goo. The meteorite is the source of all the power, right? Creating goo, creating symbiotes. But it was useless until Harry repaired it.
Yeah.
And that particle accelerator is what damaged it in the first place. Cut off a piece at low power.
Right, so what if we crank the power up? Like way past 11.
Might destroy it.
And free everyone connected to the hive mind.
Theoretically.
But that reservoir's gotta be mobbed with symbiotes. And you know Harry's not gonna let that rock out of his sight.
Unless he sees something he wants more. Me. Just, you know, for illustrative purposes. Harry's still Harry. He thinks he's healing the world. But the dream isn't complete without...
his best friend beside him.
I can lead Harry away from the meteorite.
And I can handle all the symbiotes.
While I grab the space rock. For illustrative purposes.
Right. Fire up the accelerator. No more hive mind. World saved. We all get churros?
Theoretically.
Pete, what Connor said about Harry being too far gone. If you can't save him, are you
It won't
ready?
come to that. You two will be able to destroy the rock in time.
Again, not the first time I've like
Let's heal the
seen a storyline of a case of
For real this
a
time.
best friend being out of control, not knowing what he's doing. Except in this case, Pete's not willing to do what it does take. In the other case, which was a show I watched as a kid, the person was willing to essentially do what it takes.
So the meteorite is somewhere in that thing?
So are Harry and his friends.
Here. I figured you could use a sonic touch.
They're just standing there. What are they waiting for?
Look, I can't thank you both enough. For everything.
Come on, bro.
I'm questioning, did MJ actually drive all the way over there? Because,
Don't anyone forget
like,
it.
Pete or Miles could, you know, carry that by web, and then the other could just carry MJ.
Hey, buddy! You gonna sit in there and play with your pet rock all night? It's you and me, Harry. Like we always wanted.
Our gift will finally be yours.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah, anti-venom suit. It's designed
You're
to
gonna
kill
have to
Venom.
catch me first.
See, I've said this like every single time when it's come to a part where it's like, guys, this will probably be a longer stream due to the fact that I don't know how long the final battle, like the big battle is going to take, and turns out I check and it's like, ah, okay.
MJ, now!
Like, the thing that she's currently using was Stable Tech at one point. Although, I kind of would have preferred them to basically just
want a
show,
story,
like, I would have
Watson?
preferred dealing with, like, the horde outside.
What was that? A dead end? No.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Why I don't hate playing as MJ, because some of her missions are fun, especially in Spider-Man 2, where she's no longer a weakling. In this case, it's a lot more terrifying just what her wandering around.
What the hell? I'm coming! Just hang on!
Wasn't that an obstacle? Wasn't that one of Norman's dudes?
Oscorp. Norman must have sent a team after Harry.
Dumb choice, Norman.
More than just flares. Not good.
Damn it.
Those barrels look wired to blow. Not good.
Just gonna give the phone like a second to recharge. Looks like the meteorite's connected to the rest of the hive. Just a normal rock. That can also end the world. Actually, in both cases, where the person's got essentially stopped their best friends, they've gone overboard, both cases, both were voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. Again, if they do Spider-Man 3, why I wouldn't want it to essentially, you know, focus on the whole symbiote thing.
Time to go.
Again, why I wouldn't want them to focus on the symbiote thing. It'd be interesting to see how they would do it.
Get out of here. They get this rock back. It's game over.
Oh, I've just been blind. Never mind.
Please let this lead somewhere good. this hellhole. Looks like my exit's just past that chopper. You gotta be kidding me. Hey, I think I heard it.
See, I think this is very much dumb. To basically just go, oh great, yeah, I did use him, didn't I? To literally go, hey, MJ can fight as literal symbiote thing, who is a bit of a challenge for Pete and Miles.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Like I say, all I need to do is get to the cutscene point.
Time to go, Miles!
Miles was able to hold them off though.
You ready?
Now Miles just gets to play bodyguard because they're all after MJ.
Pretty sure your +1 isn't invited to our high school reunion, Harry! Harry?
Question thing is, how the hell did he get to there? Symbiote with symbiote. Work for Oscorp.
This is where we became best friends.
Yeah, it is.
And now it's where we become brothers.
Harry, under most circumstances, and to some people it would willingly apologise, but I'm not going to apologise for not wanting to become your freak of nature.
Please, remember everything we've been through! Did you forget about Flash kicking our asses for 4 years? We had each other! What is she doing? Gotta stay off the ground!
Harry, you're going to get your ass kicked one way or another. No matter if it takes you 4 hours. Nope. I dodged. Perfect home. Hello.
You came over every single day after school! Even slept over after your mom got sick!
We couldn't see you like that.
Enough!
How? Don't know why my voice went so high pitched there, but again, how?
Join us.
Please, remember everything we've been through!
You owe us.
Okay. Guys, to explain what happened there, I went to use the sound because it's what's effective against symbiote. But the game's like, no, we can't have you using their only weakness that you put into this game. Not the only one who can use symbiote power.
Did you forget about Flash kicking our asses for 4 years?
We were weak then.
But we had each other! He's infecting everything around us! Can't get caught in that stuff again! After school! Even slept over after your mom got sick!
We couldn't see you like that.
Need to find where the sound device is for this area, which I'm gonna presume there isn't. Okay, you want to play that way?
When you lost her, that day on the football field, I was there! Always have been!
Until we got sick again.
Technically speaking, this fight should be going a lot more. Okay. The game forced me into that one. Considering it's the anti-venom 2, one touch from that should be destroying half of Venom. And that's putting it nicely, and being polite, and being more generous. So theoretically, if Pete held on to was able to essentially jump Venom, use the anti-venom 2 to its full power, he would then be able to destroy it.
Why do you keep fighting us?
You're not giving me a choice!
And this is why I hate second bases in games.
You're not giving me a choice! Symbiote's dropping in. Not working! Stay calm! Take him out one at a time!
Like this should be absolutely killing Venom.
what's best for you, for everyone. We gave you everything you ever wanted, and you threw us away.
I should have been better. I'm so sorry.
Then you replaced us with Miles. He poisoned you against us even more.
No! He saved me! Just like I'll save you!
This means I can get in and do some close damage. Because you're evil. Oh, because you're trying to kill me.
Not that thing you're wearing!
We are not a thing.
Or these guys? Brute force isn't working! Gotta be a better way! Gotta take those things out!
Oh, game! But guys, I've done this fight more than once.
Why do you keep fighting us?
You're not giving me a choice! Symbiote's dropping in.
Basically, in this case, the only thing that affects him is, you know, the anti-venom. That did look like he was just getting smothered.
We know what's best for you, for everyone. We gave you everything you ever wanted, and you threw us away.
I should have been better. I'm so sorry.
You replaced us with Miles. He poisoned you against us even more.
No! He saved me! Just like I'll save you!
We've never been good enough for you or Dad.
It's messing with your head, Harry! You're my best friend!
Then why don't you trust us?
I trust you, Harry! Not that thing you're wearing!
We are not a thing.
Or these guys?
Piss off, Harry. Fine, we'll have a change of arenas.
Stay calm! Take them out one at a time! Not working!
Again, I dodged that every single time, and yet it's like, no, sorry, no you didn't.
Gotta get in close.
I get what I need now. Yep, finishing it. You had your last warning, Harry. This battle's over.
It'll be over soon.
Doesn't matter what you do to me. I'm never gonna heal the world with you. Not like this.
The meteorite. You took it from us.
I mean, he didn't. Now that should be physically impossible. Then again, I suppose a symbiote can adapt. Annoyingly, but they technically can. Also, if you go based on comics, technically speaking, you bring the Human Torch to this battle, and it's just sort of gone from hard to very much toasted. I feel sorry for that bike.
Let's get this to the accelerator.
Like, I like bikes and I think they're cool, like some bikes especially. I wouldn't want one because to me it's not the most practical thing in the world.
You hearing that?
Also, I don't know if it's true considering the anti-venom suit would technically block it. Hey, Miles, you're up. Also, Venom 100% would just bring it down on himself.
He's okay, right?
Let's just get him out of here. Go, Miles, I've got him. Go!
What the hell did he get wind? You're not getting this rock, man.
Our future doesn't belong to you.
Trust me. Don't want your future. I made a promise, Harry, that I'd fight for you.
You don't care about us. You don't know us.
You supposed to slow him down. I know you talk to your mom, just like I talked to my dad. Remember? What's she saying right now?
That we are so close.
I'd hate to have to do this battle if, you know, we'd have to use Miles' powers because the separate was the same button to have a heal. See, this game's taught me one valuable thing. Don't go chucking everything at one villain even though it would get the fight done. Hey, I'm not your property to touch, Harry.
Harry.
He'll understand. This is his dream, too.
Sorry, Harry. Heard enough about this nightmare. I'm waking you up.
That's one stage down. Miles is currently the only one who is somewhat standing. Pete's taking a good bit of damage.
He has us now.
Again, Pete's taking a good bit of damage from the first fight against him, and almost getting killed. Miles has now just been shot against a souped up Venom. You know what time it is? Yeah. I don't know, I was joking when the fact the Venom was about to eat me. Nice try, Venom.
You took him away from us!
Took him away? What the hell are you talking about?
In the forest, we remember what you did.
Harry! Man, that's the symbiote talking, not you!
You were jealous. That's why you pushed us apart.
Maybe I was, but Pete wasn't Pete. Thought I clipped his wings.
You think you're better than us, don't you?
This ain't about who's better. I just prefer you without the psycho alien on. Doesn't matter if you like me or not. I'm here for you.
That's what Hero does. Gonna use the rock to kill Miles. Let's say beat shit, it's like no kill. That's what he's trying to do. Bye bye, take the phone, bye bye. Oh great, Pete, you joined in the fun. Just try and stop your psychotic best friend here.
Pete?
Like, they're both barely functioning as human beings at this point. How dare you? I will beat the shit into you if I have to, Harry.
We are your friend.
No, you're not.
What's happening? Just hang on, buddy! Please, no. Leave him alone.
He launches Miles straight down. That puts more sense into him. Spidey dual punch something. Kabam! I had to. She wasn't going to leave herself defenseless.
You ready to finish this?
Almost.
Channel the electric Miles. Power up the reactor. Pete, you can't glide Venom as if he was a pony. Or a flying unicorn. Or a Pegasus, which would make more sense. Or a Griffin, actually.
I can't. I'm done. You have to.
Harry's basically telling him to kill him.
Harry! Please!
Again, the anti-venom should just touch him, Venom should be burning his skin. Again, I could be wrong about the whole how anti-venom works, but like what I've seen from like Ultimate Spider-Man was the first time I saw it. One touch for anti-venom to Agent Venom, Power took him out of commission for weeks.
I'm done. Either way, Pete.
We still have time?
No, we don't. It'll kill them. And then it'll kill you. Let's heal the world, Pete. Together.
Not happening today, Venom. What's stronger, Venom? Spider strength or you? I'm putting my money on Spider strength. Oh, MJ's shooting it and being smart. How come she gets to one-shot all of them? But for me, it took like 3 shots.
We're in business! Now, Pete! Now! MJ!
That thing's going to explode. That's a particle accelerator. That's going to explode. Those can create some very deadly black holes. Sorry, Harry, but this must be done. Technically, he's still breathing. I don't know whether it does confirm, like, you know, confirm his death. But, like, technically speaking, it is also implied.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Give me some room.
Like, technically, yes, he does die here, but I'm pretty sure Miles temporarily
I don't know if it's gonna
brings him
work,
back,
but
which does just restart the cycle of... He was dying before the suit, before the symbiote, before Venom. So... I say... Why go through all the hassle when you know what's gonna happen? Also, Miles, there's a potential chance you are just out of juice. Like, look how much energy you would have used to stop Venom alone.
Thank you. Gotta get to the hospital.
Oh look, here comes Norman Osborn. I will say, Pete basically going thank you is just like implying the fact that Miles wasn't gonna try and save someone. I don't think he is the mayor anymore.
Harry.
I could be wrong.
Pulse is weak. We gotta move.
What have you done? What have you done to him? I'm so sorry.
Pete, hold
I'm
on.
coming with you, wait.
Why are you goddamn apologizing to Norman Osborn? He's the one who put the psychotic symbiote onto his own son. Because yes, guys, Norman Osborn refuses to acknowledge at any point anything that he's done wrong through all three games, well, through Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2.
But his chances of coming back are very slim.
Just keep him alive.
Like, I get why he's annoyed, pissed, and, like, angry. But again, it's his own fault. So guys, I do sympathise with what Norman's currently going through. But again, one, he put Venom onto his own child. And granted, I can tell you now, Dr. Connors probably would have said, yeah, he'll save your son's life more than likely, but it probably wasn't 100% sure. It's like, yeah, sure, let's just go for it.
Get the G serum ready. ASAP.
Now, G serum, I'm pretty sure it's just Goblin serum. Because apparently Norman's not learned from his mistakes. Which is why I'm hoping there's Spider-Man 3.
For the last few years, tragedy has tried to tear the city apart. But we somehow kept going. We battled sickness, evil, cataclysm.
Again, guys, sympathise what he's going through, but he has caused half of it himself.
Anxious, stressed,
Literally.
numb.
Let's do a recap.
But we have never
Mr. Negative was because of, you know, Martin Lee, you know, wanting to kill him and killing Jefferson Davis, because Jefferson Davis was trying to save people, was because of dumb choices Norman made with experiments. Dr. Octavius was because of the amount of times that Norman went and said your basic equivalent of pathetic and carried on putting him down.
How these events have changed me. What about you? In this ongoing series, I will be talking with people throughout the city, exploring our new behaviors, new routines, new thoughts and feelings. I hope you'll join me on this journey. This has been Mary Jane Watson, and you're listening to The New Normal.
But yeah, turned Dr. Octavius into a monster from the amount of stuff that he did to him, and every little step pushing him down.
Episode 1, done.
Nice.
I don't know. Are these good to go?
In a minute, I want to show you something first.
Okay.
It has molasses in it.
And then in this,
Yum, I'll take those.
let's see, he put an alien symbiote onto his son before researching it, looking into it, see what the downsides were, see what the consequences were.
Thanks again for the donation, Peter.
I think it was a donation to Feast. Nope, that's not Feast. Potentially, I don't know. But yeah, put an alien symbiote onto his son without knowing full goddamn what it was. Begged Spider-Man to save his son, and then whinges when he technically does. Because he got rid of the alien symbiote, the thing that would have...
Have you talked to Miles about...
Not yet.
You ready?
Miles... I've been meaning to talk to you about something. I mean, I have been talking to you all the time. It's
Hurry
great,
up, Pete.
To talk. So many good talks. I just haven't been talking to you about what I should have been talking to you about.
Pete.
Wait, let me start again.
I got this. All of it. Go be Peter Parker for a while.
Are you sure? It's a big city.
I can handle it. As long as I can still call you for advice.
You don't need it.
It wasn't essentially a passing of the torch, because I do think
Maybe
we'll
not
still see a
now,
decent
but
bit of Peter Parker
come
Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3, or if Miles gets a sequel game. But if Miles does get, say, Miles Morales 2, I reckon it will be a case of exploring how Miles is functioning with Pete not being around so much. But I do think Pete will still play a good part in Spider-Man 3. As long as we get it. Again, guys, don't want to skip past it, but I'm pretty sure the music's copyright, and I quite frankly don't want to deal with it. And either way, if I do get noticed because of small 2-second clip, it'll be clipped out anyway. But yeah, so before we get into what Norman's who he's about to talk to, option 1 or option 2, he's about to do something dumb and stupid, or he's about to go to the extreme of doing something dumb and stupid. If you selected option A, you were wrong. If you selected option B, you were correct. Because he does do something extremely dumb and stupid.
What?
The Spider-Men. You know who they are, don't you?
He knows that Pete's one of them. I don't think he knows about Miles, but he's probably predicted it.
They ruined my son.
Bear in mind, Norman, you're going to the one person who's going to be happy about that. Because of all the shit you've done to him.
Good. We all have to experience loss. Even you, Norman.
What are you writing?
The final chapter.
Haley, hi. Hope you're hungry. Food's almost ready. Why don't you go show her your essay?
But yeah, guys,
Worked so hard on it.
almost every game I've played and every Story-based game I've played, Norman Osborn is the only one who is literally... He reminds me of one of those people who, you know, is 100% in the absolute wrong, messed up time and time again, and then gets pissed when you don't give him a second chance. When in reality, it'd be the 150th chance.
Some guy in Harlem. Probably seen him volunteering in the city, helping out his city council mom, and trying to live up to his hero dad. Yeah.
In reality... Again, in reality, if Miles was safe, if it was safe enough... Again, in reality, if it was safe enough for Miles to, third time doing this, safe enough for Miles to use the suit, more specifically, write about the fact of him being Spider-Man, he would. He'd 100% get, like, 8, like, perfect grades. But again, as soon as he puts the fact of Miles Morales is Spider-Man, he then's going to get sworn by every villain who Pete's ever pissed off. And that's a long list. And then every villain he's ever pissed off. Or anyone who just wants revenge against Spider-Man. They would target Miles eternally, Miles himself, just to get the Pete.
Hi. Miles, Haley, this is Albert.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Oh, and this is my daughter, Cindy.
Now, it's a comic book reference to Silk, if I'm remembering correctly, which I originally didn't get. I didn't get it until I started seeing people being like, oh my god, Silk's being leaked, Silk's being dropped into the game. Oh, kind of on time. You finished the main story in New Game Plus. Congrats.
What's up, New York? Kraven's
There's
drones are
one
still
more
hunting
little
people.
thing to do.
Gotta track him down.
I was gonna say the last thing to do was, I can't remember how to do it, I've done it before now, but there's basically a mission where
Break time's up.
Pete, not Pete, but Mars basically finds out his Uncle Aaron's in town and moves in like next door and like thinks he's back into being the Prowler again, but in reality no, it was just a surprise setup for Miles. But yeah guys, I'm literally just gonna spend the next couple of minutes just to have a nice little rant.
A Talon drone? Miles uploaded some data from one. Something about Kraven hunting mystery targets.
But I will quickly do this. I mean, Kraven's eliminated.
Here we go! The data should give me more info about Kraven's targets.
Basically, this that like a lot of the side missions that you don't do before the end of the story don't completely make sense after, which is not to be surprised.
Why is it never just easy? Okay, that really hurt. Better get back in the slipstream and catch up.
But yeah, so Norman caused like both problems in Spider-Man 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm presuming he's going to be like, I'm presuming the Green Goblin's going to be the villain for Spider-Man 3. I'm also presuming Carnage is going to show up. But like, did no one really think going to Octavia, like thinking Octavius would hate Pete more than he hates him? No. Otto might want revenge against Pete for chucking him in Rikers and stopping him and all that lot. But like Norman, the hatred towards Norman is like years of built up straight and anger compared to Pete essentially stopping him from doing the wrong thing. Also, those two are Pete and like Otto are nowhere near even, because of Otto, May's dead. All Pete did was put him in prison for his crime, which should be tried as murder.
Download should be done soon. That's all the data. It's time to take this bird down. Now, let's see who this roid rage city pigeon was after. Why was Kraven hunting an engineer? This drone won't be bothering her anymore. Gotta take out the rest.
But yeah, so to unlock the Prowler thing, I'm pretty sure you just need to finish, yeah, you do just need to finish collecting the Prowler stuff. Which I'm not 100% fussed about doing, because it's literally, you find out Prowler's, like, you basically find out that his uncle's just moving, like, a couple doors down from him. Although, I might just double check, see how many Prowler things are around. One, yeah, okay, two. Yeah, no. If there was a few, I probably would have, but like I've not paid enough attention to. But again, at some point, I might essentially go back and do essentially just 100% in like the rest of it. But guys, this is like the finale. This is the end of the story. So if I do any more content, it will just be a case of like part 1 of 100% completing it, and I'll try and get them done in like a couple parts.
Welcome back, Dana Club. We did it. We survived the impossible. Drove back a friggin' alien invasion. And we did it together. As heroes. Spider-Man led the way, and every day New Yorkers rose to the challenge. Today I am so pleased
That's
to talk
debatable.
with one of those
But yeah,
heroes.
going over who I think is who are likely to be the big bad guys for Spider-Man 3, if we get it. Hopefully we will, otherwise it's just a big spoiler drop.
MJ it is.
First up, Green Goblin. They dropped the G serum. Norman's pissed at Pete. It's way too obvious. Second of all, Carnage. He gets dropped by because of us. Like, if you 100% do 100% complete the game, which a load of people will, so it is a literal case of because of what happened. So Carnage. Potential chance, potentially very small, very unlikely that Venom could come back because of it and have to stop Carnage. But I think what's more likely is the fact that the anti-Venom suit would just be put in play. Third of all, not Norman. Dr. Octavius. He's the one who mentioned about the final chapter, meaning Spider-Man 3 would be the finale.
No clickbait, you know? I know exactly what you mean.
But I'm presuming before we get like Spider-Man 3, we'll probably get something like Miles 2, where we're exploring what it's like for Miles being a hero by himself. But yeah, so Carnage, Green Goblin, Dr. Octavius.
Oh, and if you have motorcycle insurance, make sure it includes a villain damage clause. I could feel the pain in your voice there. I'm working through it.
Most of the Sinister, actually, all apart from Dr. Octavius from the original Sinister Six are out. Plus Shocker. I think Rhino is potentially the only one, but I think Kraven did get to him. So those three. Yuri would never team up with them, plus you and Yuri, Spider-Man and Yuri are actually on decent terms. I'm currently blanking for Spider-Man villains. I could potentially see someone like Kingpin also being chucked into it because Spider-Man did lock him up in like the beginning of Spider-Man 1. So I could see him sort of getting released on bail and sort of organising the Sinister Six again. But like people like him, Doc Ock, and Norman Osborn, Green Goblin, not wanting to let like one of them, you know, take control of the Sinister Six, run the Sinister Six. But in reality, because of the fact that all three of them essentially arguing, the Sinister Six wouldn't work. So it'd be intriguing to see where they go, but like, a lot of the villains that have appeared in this, like, are either reformed or dead, or are currently in prison and we haven't seen them for a while. But the only three that do come to mind is Carnage because he's let loose basically around the time of the end of the game. Like, around, like, this sort of time. Pete is just sort of taking care. Like, Pete and Yuri are literally after, Cletus. And, you know, he gets away with the Carnage symbiote. Doc Ock, I'd be surprised if he didn't show up in Spider-Man 3. Like, it'd be a case of, like, these, like, Green Goblin, Dr. Octavius, and Carnage, they've name-dropped all three. Why in the hell go through the hassle of name-dropping them for not to use them? And the reason I say name-drop is they didn't have to bring Cletus into this game if they weren't going to properly like introduce the Carnage symbiote if they weren't going to use it. Seems like a waste of potential. Same with like bringing back Octavius. Again, it seems like a wasted potential. And Norman Osborn, they drop the G-Fume thing, like the fact that he wants that to progress sped up. They also have him going and visiting, you know, Otto Octavius. one of like 3 people who know Pete's identity. And by 3 people, I mean 3 villains. Because Venom knew his identity. Dr. Octavius knew his identity. And why a slightly bit more of a stretch, Prowler knew Mars' identity, and he is classified as Spider-Man, so 3 people who know Spider-Man's identity. Now, granted, Harry's, I want to say in a coma, but could potentially be dead. Prowler's a good guy now, so that only leaves Doc Ock as the only person who could say anything. Plus, Prowler doesn't know Pete's identity, so it'd be a stretch. Which then only leaves, you know, Octavius, and Harry's not exactly going to tell him. So yeah, so it only leaves Octavius, and Octavius isn't exactly... He's going to tell him to go to hell. But yeah, guys, like, that's been all 3... That's been Spider-Man 1, 2... Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. I hope you've enjoyed. I don't know what else will be happening next week. What I might do for the next couple... Kind of... They do show up on your map when you get close, but it's a case of getting close. What I might do for the next couple weeks is drop 1 stream session and then just stream an additional episode of New Adventures. Not guaranteeing it.
Whoa! Oi, oi, oi!
But then again, I'm kind of like manually save. I want to see how far we are, because I reckon if we're up to about, say, 60-something%, I reckon in a couple parts of like an hour and a half, we could probably 100% it, so I might do a couple additional parts. No, 57% even. I probably will do, say, a couple additional parts like next week. Not 100% sure. In that case, I did a few extra things in that. Which technically means story-wise... Because, technically speaking, story-wise... Spider-Man 2 potentially might be shorter than Spider-Man 1. But Spider-Man 2 is a longer story. I'm presuming it's just a case of, because it is a longer story, percentage-wise is a bit like... For instance... Say if fighting Doc Ock and Spider-Man 1 would be, say, 5% of the game. In this, it might, like, say, fighting Venom might only be, say, 2 or 3%. Like, we're on 47, we did, like, that, and that only went up to, what, 10%? That was only additional 10%. In Spider-Man PS4, that would have been, what, potentially about 15%. But either way, guys, hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. I know I've had fun going back and playing through them. I'm happy to finally have done Spider-Man, PS4, and the Batman Telltale series games, because those were kind of things that were not haunting me, but I definitely wanted to get and do them. So this is Tigress signing off. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back next week on Monday with New Adventures episode, if I'm right, I think it's 23. But either way, see you next week for streams. But this is Tigress signing off. Bye.